Thank you for being here. Buddy and Brenham's here. It's the K and Mac Project. That's his channel, and he's already here waiting for us. We'll just wait and see if anybody else comes in. See, we've been live streaming for 19 seconds, and there's one person here. We got 3 thumbs up so far. People stop by long before. As soon as it's scheduled, people can stop by, and we'll see if anybody else joins. I'm just right now staring at a sign about the old water cistern that some volunteers did an archaeological dig and found this cistern. And for a long time, even after that, it's been filled up with dirt, but they're going to put a dome over it, it sounds like. They have like the one at Brenham at that the park, downtown Brenham,
Tobin Park.
Yep. I thought that was Tubin Park for the longest time. Hey, Jeff, thank you for joining. Howdy, Sean. Thanks for coming in. I'm just I'm kind of looking at this old cistern while we wait and see if, give a few people a chance to come in if they want to. Let's do a sound check. Can y'all hear me okay? And there's Devil Dog, and he says, "Oorah, all," and I'm going to smurf him up. Right there, standard moderator, got it done. I'm getting a lot better at this stuff. All right. All right, we got good sound. We got a good sound check. I'm going to introduce someone to y'all, if you don't mind, right quick. Since there's a few people in here now, we're going to really kind of start in earnest here in a second. And this right here is Doug, and Doug's going to be our guide for a little bit. And this is not new to him. I didn't just pluck him out randomly. You do some guiding around here, don't you, Doug?
Yes, I do. I'm volunteer at the Cotton Gin Museum, and
I
have some railroad background, so I'm kind of volunteered over here. So.
Yeah, and we got copyrighted music already. We got to move. We got to go. I can't be around the music. We're here for Texas Ranger Day, and this live stream may not last long. We may be done already. Let's see how much we can hear it when we get away from it. Well, really, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. What will happen is YouTube will tell me where we're going. Let's go look at y'all's warehouse. All right, we're going to head away from the music right quick. We got some vendors here that I'll come back to. All YouTube's going to tell me is you can't monetize this, and that's fine with me. I'll just leave it demonetized. Oh, y'all couldn't hear that music? Are you kidding me? So these microphones have background noise reduction. That music was blasting. It was Lee Greenwood singing God Bless the USA. Could barely hear it. We might be all right, Doug.
Okay.
But we're going to start over here anyway. It's one of the places I planned on going. So Doug and some of the other volunteers, they do a lot of things around here. We have a restored cotton gin that I've spent the last 2 days documenting. They fire it up once a year for the Burton Cotton Gin Festival, which is next month, but they fired it up over the last couple of days just as a warm-up and to check things out. But I actually videoed and documented, or did a lot of video of them going through, checking things out, and firing up the oldest. What is it? It's the oldest.
It's the largest and oldest operating example of that type of engine. It's a 2-cylinder oil-burning Bessemer.
I'm talking about the gin itself. It's the oldest operating gin.
And 1914, oldest operating cotton gin in the United States.
Right, of that type.
Yes.
Yeah,
community system gin.
It's pretty cool. I got some great video. The driver of it, the engine is a 1925 Bessemer, which is awesome. What do we got here?
This is an early 20s Ford TT. That's a 3/4 ton Model T. This was one of the gin company's this is an old company truck that was operated by this gin. It's got the high sides on it for cotton hauling. It's had some shade tree modifications over the years, but this is a regular parade driver for us. We drive it around town.
Started with a crank handle. Way cool. Do y'all start it with a crank handle?
No, it's got a 12-volt conversion.
So that was an
This is
alternate way to
start. It's been shade treated and repaired a bunch over the years, but
it got a key now. Check out them pedals. What is the transmission in this, Doug?
It's
not an automatic.
No, it's a 2-speed, and the clutch, you step on the clutch pedal to tighten up the band to go, and have the lever here. You have high and low range, and then a parking brake, which kind of sort of like put it in park.
Yeah, parking brake there, and the cab's made out of wood. Is that awesome or what?
And beanie board sides.
Yeah.
Can
you still buy tires for a vehicle like this?
Yes,
I guess you
still
can.
Get it. And another museum I've been involved in with a lot of Model Ts. The source for wheels like this is an Amish wheelwright in Pennsylvania. He owns or has access to a large stand of old growth hickory.
To make new wheel. The wheel spokes. Can you open the hood?
Sure can.
And we can see this. How many horsepower would you say this power plant we're about to look at and probably make?
17 or 18.
17 or 18 horsepower. Check it out. And that horn. Does that horn go? Yeah.
It's got modern electrical system on it. It's got it's got like a distributor. This is an actual period accessory Model T's, an engine-driven water pump instead of like just percolate out the top. Back in the day.
Keep her cool.
The firewall stuff. But we've been working on this a lot lately.
Check it out. There's some cotton. This was a working truck at one time, and the reason for the high sides, they vacuum cotton out of trailers or like this. And see, I can't see in there, but I'm going to put my camera up there. See, it's just so this was used both to bring cotton into the gin, and then they had the big vacuum tube that they would suck it out, and this would have hauled a lot of near 500-pound bales of cotton, right?
Two other vehicles work over down the street on display.
It's a piece of history right there. Let's see what you got inside of here, Doug. You need to close that hood, or you want to leave it open for people can see the engine?
Close it.
This is out so that all the people that are at the festival, the event over there, can walk through. They're going to lead there. So Doug and the other volunteers, they not only keep the gin running, which it was dormant for more than a decade, 10 or 15 years. And back, when was it, in the late 80s, some guys got together and said, let's make this thing gin again. And they accomplished that, which is very cool. And all of these bales were baled at the Burton Cotton Gin. They're packed tight too. You'll see that video when I put it out. I have a lot of editing to do before that happens, though. So it's going to take hours of editing.
This was after the bales were ginned, brought over here for storage until the cotton buyer would look and say, "Oh, I'll buy bale number so and so."
Oh, so this warehouse was associated with the gin. This was the storage.
This was the original building, and then this was added on, and then that building was built later, and it was built out of reclaimed salvage timbers from an older building around here.
Cool.
We had several of these old tractors have been donated. Kind of gathering a display of different eras of tractors and equipment as it pertained to farming cotton.
One thing about a wheel like that, you didn't have to worry about getting flat.
And
man, he's got that music cranked up.
This one has local history with some of our volunteer members. It's about a 1920 or 21 20s at a Farmall F20.
Can you just imagine how rough it was spending all day on that seat, plowing or cultivating or whatever you were doing out in the field? You know, I'm sure that bar, kind of bouncing bar right there, helped a little bit. But I'll bet you at the end of the day, your butt hurt. Had to. Without rubber tires, you felt every bump. There's an old Farmall. So y'all just tinker with this stuff, get it running if it's not, and tune on it if it is. And
that's right.
It's what you love to do, right? Can we talk about the tool board over here?
I wasn't involved with that. I remember this building is an oil drilling company storing pallets of drilling mud mix in here. This is just stuff that's been found, stuff that's been donated.
A lot of cool
Some of
stuff
the people
here.
used by people involved with it.
That's a drill right there. Put a drill bit in it and hand crank that drill.
Woodworking tools and some of the stuff I don't even know what it is.
Pretty cool. That's
blacksmithing tongs.
Sausage grinders, meat grinders. Oh, those tongs were for blacksmithing. Yeah,
as were those.
Yeah, cool. So let's go see your Model Ts. We got Model Ts, I heard. That's the rumor.
Okay. The Model T is down the block down there.
They're out for the.
They head out.
For the
Yeah, after that, festival. And the 36 model Chevrolet is also a Gin Company truck.
Okay.
Lindy,
we'll go find those.
Lindy, we got.
So is there anything on the other side of the barn that we need to look at?
Well, there's some. Yes, there's a steam engine here that was similar design and vintage of the engine that powered this Gin for the first 11 years.
Okay, yeah, it was the Gin was had a steam powered driver originally, and then they got the Bessemer, which is an oil fired engine, right?
Yes.
I understand, which is pretty amazing. It can burn everything from white gas, which is very light,
to heavy fuel oil.
We
run red ag diesel because it's available.
Yeah. So to change the compression ratio to be able to run those different fuels, I think you adjust the piston rod.
The piston is actually screwed onto the end of the piston rod.
Right.
Screw it in or back out to change the compression depending on your fuel type.
Right. That's a lot of flexibility there.
Yes.
I mean, people had a lot of ingenuity back then, making do with what they had.
Steam engine is very similar vintage and model to the one that originally powered this Gin. They used cordwood, which got to be
I'm
expensive.
trying to make sure. Metal roofs are a problem.
Oh, boy,
is my signal good, y'all? Am I pixelating and whatnot? There's the steam engine over there.
My phone doesn't work well in here. But
yeah,
that was an old Gin. The heirs to the property said, if y'all want any of this stuff, come get it.
It's cool that people donated this stuff instead of letting
This is a utility wagon built out of an old buckboard chassis.
A buckboard.
A buggy.
Cool. Yeah. Fordson.
You can see this one sat in one place for a long time.
Yeah.
That was a tree.
The tree grew into the wheel and has not been removed.
I believe this is Ronnie's. The two Gin stands there, they're built out of wood. They're like 1900 vintage. They came from the same Gin as the steam engine.
I see.
That's pull behind.
That's the one that the building was about to fall down, and it was a high-risk venture to pull that stuff out of there because the landowner wanted it gone. If you wanted it, take it. Otherwise, it's going to be thrown away. And they saved it.
Yeah.
They went down there somewhere down on the Texas Gulf Coast.
A manure spreader. It's so old. I didn't know what it was. I'd never seen one made out of wood, and the fact that it's made out of wood and it still exists and hasn't rotted away.
Hi, Steph. And make sure that I caught everybody. Hi, Carlos. Thank you for coming in. And Deb is here. Thanks for coming in, Deb. I said hi to Steph. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. I get caught up in trying to show the stuff and talking about everything. And Carlos had asked how many horsepower, but I'm not sure where we were at that time. That may have been the vehicle, and you answered that question. Be strong like Grizzly. Hi, Grizzly. Nice to see you. Okay. Erwin Curtis. Where's the Hemi? Yeah, so you always get some people come in that just, trolls or whatever. Doug, it's okay. Barry wants to know what kind of gas mileage that vehicle we were looking at out front gets. That's a good question, though. Run on. What kind of fuel do you put in that thing?
Regular gas.
Regular gasoline.
Regular pump gas. As far as mileage, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Well, let's ease on. We got by with this, and I kind of forgot about the metal roof, to tell you the truth, Doug.
We have a big old cotton picker.
It seemed to work. What is that?
That is a stalk cutter.
Stalk cutter.
Horse-drawn. We have a lot of stuff in here that was horse-drawn that's been modified with somebody shade tree, something to pull a tractor behind it. And whether or not it's complete, I couldn't tell you. But the rotating blades, that chops
She's got blades underneath there.
Corn or cotton. If you want, you need to cut the stalks down. That's after harvest, chopping it down to mulch it.
This warehouse is like a museum in and of itself, Doug.
Look at the timbers up here.
So the gin was like 1914 or something like that. So circa early 1900s would have been when this was built originally. Probably not before the gin, but probably soon after or at some point.
That was the first part, and then it was extended. And the story I've heard is this was built later, and then added onto on the other side with reclaimed wood from another building that was dismantled instead of just being wrecked. We have a good sized cotton picker in the other room that we drive around.
Oh, cool.
Big old International.
When the other room, when you say the other room,
on the other side of that room right there. It's
how do you get there?
Around this. You may lose signal.
Okay, we're gonna try it. Is it interesting, the cotton picker?
Well, yeah, it's 1951 model. It was donated to.
We're gonna go try to look at a 1951 cotton picker. The cotton picking thing.
That's Curtis drives it in the parade.
Oh, so it runs or it gets pulled?
Oh, no, it runs. No, it's a tractor on a tractor.
I'm looking. I'm right now. I'm at 5G 2 bars. If we fall to 1 bar, I'm making a U-turn. Okay. I hate losing the live stream in the middle of
a 1950.
Holy moly!
Big farm all.
Would you look at that cotton picking thing?
You do a conversion kit to reverse your controls. The cotton picker's a big add-on bolt-on top of it. There's one of the posters from past festivals has this as the illustration. So
this is about 75 years old or something like that. What year did you say, 51?
The tractor is a 1950, the farm all H, and the picker is a 51 model.
It's more than 70 years old.
Yes.
And it still runs.
That was used around here.
Goes out into the parade.
And the heirs to the people who farmed with it donated to the museum.
And
those are parts tractors.
What pulls those?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm surprised Steph didn't have that out here because I was supposed to check the tires on that. Just pull it behind the tractor.
Pull it behind the tractor and let the kids go for a ride.
A lawn tractor. One of the early members of the restoration built those.
Y'all got like a farm museum back here, Doug.
This was
cotton gin tamper.
I had the picture of it pulling up out of the top of the collapsing building.
Yeah, with a crane.
The boiler.
This came from the gin down on the Gulf Coast that the building was falling down around it, but they went down there and pulled all this stuff out so that it wouldn't be sold as scrap iron because it's a piece of history. And it's a tamper. This is the one that after the cotton is cleaned, and it's all stacked in this really heavy duty box, that thing compresses it into a very tight bale. Or I guess, is the tamper the first step from the top?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's kind of compressing it, but it's not the final compression.
No, it packed a 15-foot deep box. When it fills up to the level where the tamper could hit it, it keeps packing it down. And when it's full, it's kind of hands-on. The guys, they know when they can put their stick in there, okay, it's packed enough, and then rotate the whole press, and then the hydraulic from below presses it up to the floor level. And it's banded and dumped out the door.
So the tamper tamps it a little bit, keeps it down, gets it into the box, and then the other thing it hydraulically pushes from the bottom and super compresses it.
About a 1900 vintage, approximately. Very similar to the one that powered the gin the first 11 years.
Yeah.
Came from the old Cordis gin near Schulenburg, Texas.
Oh, Schulenburg. Cool. All right, well, let's go see some other stuff. Go listen to some good old music being cranked really loud.
This big scale here was donated to us. We've just had this a couple of weeks. It was given to us by the Bob Bullock Texas History Museum in Austin.
They just told you to come get it, huh?
Well, they sent it to us.
That's very cool.
It was built in 1897 and used until 1981. McKean Eilers building. That was a wholesale dry goods store in Austin, and later became Davis Hardware. In 1985, it was restored, and they had it in their storage.
Do you have scheduled tours for today, Doug, or
no,
you're
that's
just hanging
whatever.
out?
I just hang out when somebody comes over asking me, like, see what's here.
Is the Railroad Museum, the depot, open?
Yes.
So we can walk through there, huh?
Yes.
We have here, there's a wagon, and anybody and everybody, kids, adults, anybody. Sock Monkey! There's the Sock Monkey and Minnow. That's my friends.
Huh.
He's a guest in the live stream, and he's right there. Let's go say hi to Sock and Minnow. So what I was saying, this right here is Sunday and Sadie. And here in a little bit, that guy will come around and people can go for rides in the wagon, and the mules, Sunday and Sadie, will pull them around. It's from the Half-Ass Wagon Company. They do parties, weddings, and festivals.
Where we're standing right now is the old railroad line.
Yeah, the railroad used to run right through here. All right, we got 5G 3 bars. I think we're good. Somebody confirm, are we still there? The last, there we go. Got something from, hi, Rowdy. Got somebody just came in from Georgia. And Strings and Pucks is here. That is so cool. Hang on a second. I need to do something. As a moderator, standard moderator. Again, I need to look back at the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Anybody that came in later, we're at the Texas Ranger Day in Burton, Texas. It's a little town about 15 miles from where I live in Brenham. Daisy May is here. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for coming in. And all right, we can go, Doug. Trying to catch up to them. I thought they'd know I was trying to catch up with them. So Strings and Pucks. Jeremy, you should be smurfed up, buddy. Mr. Sock Monkey. Can't hear me because of that music. I know they saw me. Oh well, maybe they want to go on and do their own thing. Let's stop and talk to Adam. We're going to talk to this fella here. You know what? He's busy. Let's go over here and talk to Juanita. So these people, we used to have this cafe outside of Burton. It was pretty good cafe. People liked it and everything, but it closed down some time back. And these people, 4G Cafe, have taken it over. And that's the wagon driver right there.
Green one goes damn good with all that.
Sadie and Sunday are not his mules, but he's training them for a customer.
Don't listen to one is.
And they're pulling the wagon today.
Little bit. He gonna wreck.
Free lunch.
There you go. There you go.
And this is the owner of the 4G, the owners.
How are y'all?
This is Juanita and
Obed.
Obed.
Yes, sir.
And how's business? Good?
Good. It's good.
All right. So they've opened up what used to be the Cactus Cafe, and now they make in the mornings from 7 to 2.
7 to 2.
7 days a week?
Yes, sir. 6 days a week. We're
Six-
closed Mondays. Yeah.
Closed Mondays.
6 days a week. We do breakfast and lunch.
Lunch buffet.
And lunch buffet Thursday through Sunday, and it's a different buffet every day.
Word is that y'all have excellent tacos.
Awesome.
Yeah,
We're gonna try to keep the rep
Here.
up.
Well, yeah, Curtis Raddick comes. He's one of the volunteers. He
Yeah.
comes by. We have you
Guacamole.
eat your tacos a lot in the morning here on our Wednesday work days.
Fajitas.
Yeah.
And then every
There's-
last Friday of the month, we also do steak night. And we
Okay.
usually average around 75 to 80 steaks a night on that Friday night.
Cool.
So,
Right.
Okay.
yeah.
Doug.
So,
Hey. We don't want to hear your business. Doug's headed to the porta potty, to the voting booth, right? I took his mic away from him.
there you go.
Okay, but so you did this just to be nice and
Yeah,
give
just for
people
us
a
to have
taco.
something to snack on.
The
Yeah.
real reason y'all are here is for a chili cook-off, right?
Chili and the bean cook-off, yes sir.
Okay, so you're doing both the chili and the beans.
Both the chili and the bean.
All right, well, good luck to you guys.
Appreciate you.
All right, when I'm done with my live stream, I'm going to come back and get a taco,
You
okay?
better hurry.
Yeah, well, if it's all gone, all the better.
I'll tell you what.
You're making people happy.
I'll live stream you getting a taco.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't eat and live stream at the same time.
Yes.
You know, we do have a rule though. You can talk with food in your mouth on YouTube video. Otherwise, like you're doing a taste test of something, people, you're on the video, people gotta wait for you to chew and chew and chew and chew and chew and swallow for you to say anything, and that's like, yeah. So anyway,
I get it.
it's a beautiful day today, isn't it?
Yes,
To
it
be
is.
doing this, we got a bright sunshiny day.
Yes, it is.
What is it?
Pretty
Probably
great.
about 75 or 80 or
Man,
something.
It's a perfect 74. So.
74. It is. It's beautiful.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's
Thank
go.
you.
We're gonna go say hi to Adam.
Alrighty.
Y'all have a wonderful time. And this is Adam.
Hey, Todd.
Adam is also in the chili cook-off.
Yes, sir.
Can we look at your chili, or is that like trade? See, is that super secret squirrel stuff? So when did you start cooking chili this morning?
7:45.
And what time is it now?
It's right at noon.
Would you call that Texas red?
This is true Texas red. No beans.
He's making Texas red.
I steamed all the peppers last night.
Been
all
cooking for hours.
the ancho, guajillos, pasilla, arbol peppers. There's all kinds of peppers in there.
Have you hang on, they probably can't hear you.
Yeah?
Have you competed in a chili cook-off
Never.
before?
Not once.
All right.
Nope.
This is
That's
your
my
daughter.
Catherine.
It is okay if she's in the live stream.
Absolutely.
Yep. Have you helped compete in a chili cook-off before?
No, I have not. This is our first year.
Okay. Well, I hope you do really well.
Thank you.
I understand I might even get to vote.
Hey, come on with it.
Yeah. All right.
It's a great day out here.
Yeah, so people can come around. He has to set some aside, and at a certain time,
Yep.
he has to give cups to the judges. But they all make a whole lot so that the people that are attending the Texas Ranger Day can stop by and sample the chili. And I'm not sure about the rules. I think, can they vote? Do we get to vote? We sample it, or?
Yeah.
All right. Well, after the live stream, I'm gonna come back and go around, and to be fair, I'll try everybody's chili.
Eat your way around the circle here.
All right. Let's do. Who's the cook? Who's the cook? The chili cooker.
Guy in the blue over there.
What's his name?
That's Lance.
Lance?
Yeah.
Well, he's busy. He's talking to somebody. I don't think he can hear me. I wanted to see if he wanted to talk about his chili. Can we go over here, Doug?
That's just Dennis. He just.
Y'all did a good job yesterday. This is one of the fellas that made the cotton gin work yesterday, right? Well, I thought you were.
Well, kind of. I was telling everybody what to do.
Yeah, I met a lot of people yesterday. This is one of them, and they did some fine things. Now, you're the cook of this,
Meet this man, Lance.
Lance. Nice to meet you. We're live streaming.
Oh, okay.
Let me see your shirt. This is my chili cook-off shirt. What time did you start this morning?
We got it in the pot around 8:30.
All right, how's it coming along? You happy with it?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Have you taste tested it yet?
Oh yeah, I've already had like a whole bowl.
Would you vote for you?
Oh, of course. Every
Are you doing beans too?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got beans in that.
Can we see the beans? Are they pinto beans?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a chili cooking contest and a bean cooking contest. Oh yeah. Check it out. Man, my mouth is watering so bad. I ate no breakfast. Haven't had a bite to eat today. Thank you, Lance. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay,
over there
ready,
at the
Doug?
flagpole, we're going to have the flag ceremony. We're going to kick off this glorious Texas Ranger Day
Where do we need to be? Where's
with
the
the Pledge of
flag?
Allegiance.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. I have to be quiet. And I have to get my hat off and hold it. We'll be right back with you.
How about opening prayer? Why don't you go offer opening prayer?
He's on
I think that's country chick Denise. I'm not sure, but I think that's her.
I'm not sure what's happening now. Oh, we can't hear her.
It sounds like Stephanie's voice.
They're over there.
Yeah, I hear
I-
that.
Yeah. They needed a PA system. I don't know what she's doing. So we have a little confusion. We think they're doing Pledge of Allegiance maybe, or
Check 1,
just
2.
maybe just explaining what.
Check 3, 4.
Oh, apparently they do have a
Check
PA
5, 6.
system and it wasn't working. Carlos, I'm gonna smurf you up, dude. People seem to know you. I haven't met you, Carlos, but I trust people until they prove they can't be trusted. Oh, Karen's here. I need to smurf Karen up as moderator, standard moderator. There we go. We got 16 people in now, Doug.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And I'm looking back at the chat, y'all. See if I missed anything, any important questions.
Hello? Testing, testing.
It does smell really good out
Come
here.
on, if
You're
you
right.
would, please join us for the raising of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, it's that flagpole. It's behind that tree we can't see.
Okay, I can't. We don't have a view of the flag that they're gonna raise, but we'll do this one. Sorry, they're doing the flag on the other end of the building. And sorry, we don't even know what's going on. It's confusing.
Colors, post.
Let's walk that way, Doug. It's Girl Scouts. Apparently they're having a little trouble figuring out the mechanism. The lady in the blue shirt is Stephanie. She is the, huh? Oh, that's Susan, Stephanie's sister. Okay. Steph is the director of the museum. And Susan does a lot of stuff around here. Here we go. I think they got it figured out. Oh, they're going to do the Texas flag now. Thank you, Karen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats and join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, for all.
That concludes the ceremony.
All right. Here's a factoid for you. If you go look up the lyrics of the Pledge of Allegiance, there is no comma before God. It's one nation under God. But people just have the habit and they say one nation under God with the pause. There's no comma.
No, there's no pause.
It's supposed to be one nation under God.
That's correct.
Yep. There's the sock monkey. Howdy, sock monkey.
Hi.
Good to see y'all out and about. Hope you have a good time.
You too.
Got anything you want to say to the people?
No.
We got 22 folks in here.
I know, nice.
Oh,
That is
Chris, I
nice.
saw you come in. Thank you for coming, Chris. Glad to see you.
We're fixing to go grab something to eat.
All right. So you can go to each one of the chili things, the chili cookers. I think there's 5 teams, and get a sample of chili and our beans.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 4G, where the cactus used to be, it's tacos now.
Uh-huh.
I understand they're really good. They made some fajitas and guacamole and fixings and stuff. And as long as it lasts, there's free tacos over there.
Oh, okay, great.
Yep. So we're going to
See
walk
y'all.
around. All right. Who we got here? You know them?
Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I've seen the car here before.
There's the Burton Roadhouse.
Hey, Roadster.
Is that one of y'all's vehicles?
Yes.
That's one of the Model Ts.
And that truck.
Oh, and that truck is y'all's too.
Yes.
Got cotton on the back of it. Should have known.
That is an old company truck from the gin.
So that's a pretty cool car to go out for a Saturday cruise on. Let's go talk to this fella. Oh look, a 1965 Mercury with 23,295 miles on it.
It's a local car.
That is pretty sweet. Can you imagine that low of miles on a 65? Looks clean too. Let's go talk to him. Hey, brother.
Hey.
How you
How's
doing?
it going?
We are live streaming.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us what you got there? What that is exactly?
It's a 1930 sport coupe. It's a 1930 sport coupe. This is fake, man.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's,
it
it's a mic. It's got a mic under there.
Really?
Yes, for real.
Okay, and it's on a 32 frame, 32 grill shell, running 327, punched out.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've talked to you at the car show before.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Maybe I was in my little green truck.
You collect diecast cars too, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I was in my little green truck.
Yep.
That
Why number 13?
actually, you see this right here? This was the 12th year of the Lone Star Roundup. So I thought I'd be crazy, and on the 13th year, I painted the 13 on it.
I got you.
And of course, nobody even recognized what was going on.
You
But
were
I was
inspired.
born on the 13th, and my daughter was born on the 13th. And then I took it off, and then everybody told me, put it back on because everybody knows it by that 13th. So,
Yeah. Oh, look, you even got a sunroof.
yeah.
It's the little things that count.
It's
those
chopped 2 3/4
those-
inches.
those-
I chopped it down and set it on that 32 frame.
I like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I bet that is fun to drive. Y'all have a good time. Thank you for bringing this out to
Yes.
Texas Ranger Day. Here we go. All kind of interesting things going on here today.
Yeah.
All right, where do we need to go, Doug? Let's go walk through the Railroad Museum where you got a better idea.
Okay, well, this is the one that we've been working on. That was donated to the museum a couple of years ago. That's,
So somebody owned this Model T and they just flat out donated it to y'all, to the museum. That's awesome.
We just recently finished a complete valve job on it.
I see it's got a parking brake, just like the other one, similar pedals. And nice. Oh, look. Look at them comfy
Yeah.
seats. Oh, it's got a pad on there
Shade tree.
and storage underneath the seat. Awesome.
And have an old company truck of the Gens. Belongs to the museum now. It's a 36 Chevrolet.
It still has plates on it.
Kinda,
1934. Is that what that says? 19 something.
36 because that's the model year.
1936. Oh, this is a 36.
These are bales of cotton we've ginned here. Yeah.
Check it out. Does this have air conditioning, Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah. You roll the window down and get going about 60, right?
No, it's a 230. You crank the bottom edge of the windshield open.
Oh yeah. See.
It's a 230 air conditioner. 2 windows down, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. You get a nice breeze. Sweet. I bet this is fun to drive too. So this will be driven like in the parade and
Yes.
things like that. You know, on next month is the what is it called? The
It's,
Cotton Gin Festival.
Burton Cotton Gin Festival. It's the
Yeah.
3rd Saturday in April.
If you live around here, you need to come out to that. It's gonna be fun. It'll be pretty cool. There's a parade and then
Yeah.
a tour of the gin, and the gin will
The
run.
gin will run in
And-
the afternoon, and we will gin cotton.
The gin will actually be ginning.
Yeah, so this week was a test run. We ginned 1 bale yesterday afternoon.
Yep, I documented that. Got great video.
And we used gin a couple of bales. That's the highlight of the show for the afternoon.
Yeah. So Doug does tours. So Doug's retired, but he doesn't sit around and watch old reruns on TV. He's very active and very active in this community in the historic aspects of this. Does a lot of stuff with the gin and the stuff we saw in the warehouse. And there's probably about 12 or 15 of y'all total
So there's
right now that are really active.
there's
And
several that are engine crew that live out of town, but there's about 8 or 10 of us now that live
Yeah.
like around Washington County, right over the line in Lee County.
y'all are just like-minded fellas that like to tinker with things and restore things. You love history
Yes,
and you love machinery.
and most of us have a connection to Burton of some kind. I lived
Yeah.
here in the 1980s and got involved with this in the very beginning.
And you're also a tour guide of the Railroad Museum. Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Right.
That's
You wear a lot of hats, Doug.
I do.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Let's go look around over there. All right. And there's vendors here. Vendors like I've talked to at the local farmers markets and things like that. Some of them are the same vendors we've met before. Got a variety of things out here today. Oh, check out the hats. I have a hat like that, but it's Lilo. Stitch.
Oh.
There's the Girl Scouts. Hey, good job. Good job. That was very nice of y'all to do that. I know you had trouble with the mechanism, but it's all right. No worries. Very well done. All right, where'd my guide go? There he is. All right, we just walk in there, and we don't have a metal roof, so we might be okay, but you never know. So what are we about to look at here, Doug?
Well, this is the late 1800s depot, the first depot from 1870 burned, and this is old school. We still have the controls for the signal for trains outside. The operator would pull on those handles to raise the go ahead or stop or slow down signal from the semaphore on the pole outside.
Yeah. So the train tracks were right in front of him. He could see everything that was going on. Oh, check out the old Underwood typewriter.
These that pole or those things were train orders for your paper operating instructions. That was before lighted signals.
Oh, I see. So they would have instructions written on a paper, and that's how they would lift it up and give it to the engineer.
Tied in a piece of string between them, there were two. One was the high one was for the engineer to grab, and the lower one was for conductor to step out on the railing and snag the rail. It's called.
I see. And these were phones or radios?
That was dispatcher phones to other depots.
I see.
And then in a later date to when automated signals came in, that was you could get on at any place, get on a trackside phone. You call the dispatcher.
And there's tons of old railroad memorabilia here. Some of the lights in front of an engine that let people know the train's coming.
I may not be completely correct because my background is Santa Fe Railroad. Everybody else here is all Southern Pacific.
So I went to the Railroad Museum recently in Temple. I don't know if you've ever been to that one. They got a big wool sock over the ringer on the bell so people can't ring the bell. I see y'all didn't do that. Is that an adding machine?
I believe so.
It is. Wow.
Probably about vintage 1900.
Yeah, that's old school right there. A mechanical adding machine. All right. And a telex. I remember about these. A Western Union telex. Cool. Phone on the wall.
Several different eras of among the railroad communication here, like a telex, or that phone, or the pull-out the old caddy one here.
I see that. And there's the map of the Southern Pacific Railroad system. They went all the way up into Washington State. It's very different than the map I showed in my live stream from Temple. All right.
So this was the
Cool
operator's
stuff.
desk.
This was a very important and central thing. At one time, this was a very critical operation in this room right here, right? Obviously it was. Somebody left the keys, Doug.
We're worried.
Uh-oh. And somebody, if you're missing your keys, they're right here in the railroad depot. What a coincidence. The last time I was at a railroad museum in Temple, I found a phone. A young girl I had met earlier, she left her phone on the operator's desk. And so to hear somebody left their keys.
The original railroad here was Houston and Texas Central. Most railroads get a nickname either from the bystanders or from other railroads. They call it the Hen and Ten Chicks. And then it became part of TNNO system, which was later picked up by the Southern Pacific in the mid-20th century.
So there's the flyer for the festival coming up, April 18th, 2026. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Need to be here.
Map and side tracks in one of the area, Burton.
Yeah, where one train could pull over and let another train coming from the opposite direction go by and then get back on the tracks. Yeah. All right, we got more back here. Oh, here's the waiting room for passengers waiting to board the train.
Old calendars and.
I'm just waiting for a train. All right, let me see if I got any questions. Shout out to Carrie Underwood.
1969. Yeah.
I'm listening and just getting ready to. Okay, here we go. I haven't looked at the chat for a while. Yellow marker, please. Need to add as a moderator. So if someone's a moderator, it allows them to click on somebody else that's here and go to their channel and check it out and see if they want to subscribe to them. It helps people connect to one another. You have to be careful though, if you give the wrong person the moderator. The blue means they're a moderator and they can do some damage. So you got to be sure it's somebody you can trust. Okay. All right, let's move along, Doug. If I missed anybody's chat or questions, I'm sorry. When you're live streaming like this, at my desk, it's a lot easier to keep up with the chat.
There's a lot of memorabilia, and here, this was the freight room, but you'd be drowned out by the stereo outside.
Yeah, we have the sound system. We're getting closer and closer. They're on the back deck of this thing. So that's why it's getting louder and louder. Let me put on my, what just went from full sound to background noise reduction. Hopefully that'll take some of it out.
A lot of memorabilia. The big thing, that's not Santa Fe. That's Southern Pacific style there, Santa Fe, but I'm accustomed to dealing with those things on trackside. Oil cans.
It's a typical museum with a whole lot of just old memorabilia and things.
My first railroad job was as a section hand. There's a lot of these things over here on this wall that are real familiar.
Tools that they used on the railroad. I've been working on the railroad
bars,
all the live long day.
12-pound spike balls. I can still swing one of those.
So you used to use some of those tools back in the day?
Yes.
All right. Let's go look at a stagecoach. Where we need to go. Can we get out this way?
Let's see what you mean. Yes.
Oh, there's the mayor. Are you the mayor today?
No, I'm Judge Hang'em High.
Oh, Doug, can I see? So we're live streaming on YouTube. Wonder if you've got any words of wisdom for the folks out there, Judge.
If you're going to come to Burton, Texas, you make sure you watch your P's and Q's and walk in a straight line. We don't put up with any shenanigans or drunkards here today.
All right.
If you get in trouble, you know, somebody can swear out a warrant for your arrest for $5. The Texas Ranger will come arrest you, and we throw you in our jail.
I think he means it.
Then we have a public trial. And you get a choice, trial by judge or trial by jury.
I'll take the jury. I can tell you right now.
All right, February 31st is trial date.
All right. So would you say you're a fair but hard judge?
I say I'm hard.
Yep. That's why we don't have no crime around here.
That's right.
All right. Well,
That's
thank
right.
you.
That's very correct.
Good job, Judge.
And those that do break the law, they regret it.
You know what? Come next election, I'm voting for you because I'd be afraid not to.
Right. More than once, please.
All right. Yeah.
Two or three times.
We'll get her done.
All right. Thank you
Judge.
much.
Have a wonderful rest of your day, sir.
You too. Come swear out a warrant for somebody's arrest.
All righty. Well, there's the judge, folks. You mind your P's and Q's. What does that stand for anyway, P's and Q's?
Pints and quarts.
Oh, check it out. We got to go over here, Doug. not copyrighted.
If I can get him to do the splits all the way down, I need you to yell, woohoo!
Woohoo!
Now I believe in equality, so I'm going to try 2, which is very rare. Only here in Burton and at the Alamo when we play there. Now I'm not entirely in charge of their legs, so
Awesome.
I don't know if they're going to cooperate and do the splits together. Oh, so close. So close.
All right. Young folks getting a little target practice in here. What are they shooting out of those rifles?
It's just a laser.
Oh, a laser.
Yeah, and whenever it hits that, there's a sensor in the middle of the target. Whenever they hit that, you'll see it increment.
I got you.
You're already to 10. How did you get to 10 so fast?
Laser target practice. Seeing the kids have fun is what it's all about, Doug. I love that. I love it.
Hello.
Hi. Hang on. Let's go talk to this lady. We're live streaming on YouTube.
Okay, sounds good.
What exactly do you do and why are you here? Jenny.
So our booth here is with Chrysler Brewery and Monument Hill State Historic Sites. We're about just half an hour away from here in Burton.
What is it?
Chrysler Brewery and Monument Hill State Historic Sites.
Oh,
Yeah,
at LaGrange.
In LaGrange, yeah.
I'm going to make a YouTube video down there soon.
Are you
There's a lot of
really?
great history right there up
There's
on that bluff.
so much history,
Yeah.
yes. And we're sharing a little bit of that history today with our shooting gallery. So the Schutz and Brine, which was a German-Texan society, used to meet up there. And they would do shooting competitions. They'd have all kinds of dances and balls, just a way for people to come together as a community. So we're doing a laser version of this, and it is something that we do every year at our Bluff Schützen Fest, which is going to be May 16th from 12 to 7 p.m. And that is our Beer and Heritage Festival. So we'll have this.
I will commit right now.
Of course.
I'll be there.
You'll be there? All right.
Y-
Sounds good.
And I can tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll try to look y'all up. I'll be down there very soon because I've been meaning to get down there and shoot videos, make
Absolutely.
YouTube videos. And if y'all want to, we can do a promotional video.
I would absolutely love that. If you don't
Okay.
mind, I'd give you my card if you'd like.
I'd love to.
All right.
I'll trade you. You give me that
Sounds
mic
good.
and I'll take your card.
Okay. Let me find it real quick, actually. In your car?
It's a historic brewery and a lot of other stuff. And it's up on a bluff overlooking the Colorado River down at LaGrange, Texas, which there is a ton of really cool stuff, historical and otherwise, in LaGrange. I know where to find you. It's okay. I'll be there. I'll look for you.
Contact us though. We'd love to do a video with you.
Okay, no worries. Thank you, Jenny.
That's
Yep.
an event coming up.
All right, thank you. All right, Doug. Doug is a great guide. He tells us what he knows about things, but he's patient. He's been a great help to me right now. And we're coming up on an hour, which is, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. It just means if I lose signal now or something happens or whatever, I won't restart the live stream. But there's more to look at around here. We have an old historic stagecoach. People would get in and travel long distances. I mean, we've all seen the stagecoaches in old Western movies. Do you know any of the story behind this particular stagecoach, Doug? No. Doug's an expert on a lot of things, but this stagecoach is not one of them. There's where the driver and the guy that held the shotgun to try to ward off the robbers. Oh, what does that say? What is the shoot?
Let's see if the other side's better.
Something in Risher. Maybe we can see it on the other side.
Hey, other side. Sawyer and Risher.
Sawyer and Risher. was this stagecoach company.
I guess.
And this would have been pulled probably by a team of about 4 horses, I think. Horses or maybe mules. No climbing, no problem. Yeah, that one you can see it. And they carried the U.S. mail in addition to the people. I bet that was pretty rough riding too with those wheels on it. So we got vendors around here. This looks like a blacksmith. There's one of our Texas Rangers, Ranger Ronnie. He operates a gin on Fridays and does ranger business on Saturdays.
Exactly.
They're not going to tell you
Here
about
at
the
the
steaks.
blacksmith camp. Yeah, we'll get Richard over here and he can go down the line here in just a second.
These pigtail things are really cool for turning meat and stuff.
That's a right-handed steak turner, not a left-handed steak turner.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the left-handed over here. Try picking it up with your right-handed. No, actually, that's the right-handed. You picked it up left-handed. It don't work.
I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called a pigtail, right?
Yes.
It's for flipping your meat, and
Well,
they work
it's a steak turner. Yeah, you can call it a pigtail. Yeah.
steak turner.
Yeah. Yeah. Get over there and he'll tell you about around
Thailand is land of the king cobras, you know.
So this is actually a blacksmith over here.
We all lit up on Maytown whiskey and coke. We walk around the corner, there's this damn cobra about chest high. You know, even though it's stuck.
There's, I'm not sure what you call that. It's fire pit.
That's a forge.
A forge?
I'm fixing to fire it up here for you.
All right. Are you going to make something?
Yes, sir.
We're live streaming on YouTube. You all right with that?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, give me a few minutes. And
Here's his anvil. He's got his vise over there.
The anvil has, you know, when I was in 2nd grade, they're trying to teach me this poem about over the river and through the woods to grandma's house we go.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get it. So after about 2 weeks, they said, well, old Rick ain't quite all there. You know, we'll let him go. Anvil got 11 parts. I read it one time. You got the feet, the waist, the heel, the face, the pritchel hole, the hardy hole, square edge, round edge, offset, cutting table, and horn. Well, the deal was I
never knew.
I was interested in that. I wasn't interested in this poem.
It sounds like you still are.
Yeah. You never learn it all.
I never noticed this, that the edge is very sharp
So
there.
you got square
and it's curved
that's
there.
That's where I round.
Help you mold metals.
This is the last process I do on a fork. First I do it there, and then I take it in a vise and bend it. And that right there, I curl that. My anvil in shop got 2 grooves there. That's the last over that round edge where
Very cool, Rick.
I
How
got
long
the
you
idea
been
from the flash
blacksmithing,
road.
would you say?
38 years.
38 years. Well, keep going.
And then I was just showing them gentlemen that snake. I
See.
tell everybody that's a rattle-headed copper moccasin.
Rattle-headed copper moccasin.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, that's what you start with right there. That rasp.
You made that. You started with a rasp just like that and made this snake.
Well, 2 more on this, maybe in the next lifetime, and make a cobra.
Oh, that's in the process of becoming a cobra. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I've been carrying that around a long time. That's one of them round too.
All right. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting people around here, Doug. Well, let's do a walkthrough and then we'll call it. We'll see if we can find anything else interesting. I hate to end it. There's 17 people here. We've got 25 thumbs up. That's pretty good.
Got some real live lawmen over here.
Some real live lawmen?
Yeah, the guys in the white shirts. They do the real thing.
Good 1870, 1890 Texas.
Hi.
Pistol died.
No, sir.
Pistol got notches, and this
Okay.
notches, and just sit down and you just tighten that up.
That's pretty cool.
So that's
Yeah,
what,
it basically does this. Turns it into a rifle. You know.
So is this a change of magazines on the fly?
This is a conversion. This was originally a black powder cap and ball.
Oh yeah.
And in the late 1860s, early 1870s, they started converting them and fixing these. They'd cut this off and fix them to where they would load.
I'll show them with this right here.
Remington.
Okay, so what you do is the first Colt pistols, you had to pull the cylinder out to even load it. And then see, you put your 45, you can get into an argument with people if you call it a long Colt around somebody that doesn't. No, there's not such a thing as a long Colt. But anyway,
That's the cartridge.
That's the cartridge. It's a cartridge converter compared to the way it was before when Walker came along and helped redevelop the Colt pistol, the Walker Colt. They put this loading attachment on there. You put powder in it, you put a round ball on it, then you push this down, you push the ball in there, and it'll cut a little ridge of lead off of it to fit it tight. Then you would put a little bit of grease on it to keep it from chain firing. Then you would take it on this side and you would put the capsule on here like the back of these little nipples right there. I forgot what cap it takes, a 12 or 14?
11, I believe.
11. Number 11 cap. And then you see the old gunfighters, when they would shoot, they would raise their gun up and pull the hammer back, because if you didn't, that cap would get hung in here and would jam the cylinder up. So it's a real thing where they shoot and do that, and then shoot again. Now pushing it forward, that was Hollywood. So anyway, that's the difference between a converter cartridge and a black powder, which that was Colt made that from the first one in 36, I guess.
Yeah, the 36 Patterson was 5-shot. And then so this particular model is 1860 Army. It's been converted to use cartridges like this.
Howdy, D.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Thank you.
that
Very
was done,
cool.
like I said, in the late 1860s, early 1870s.
And that was replaced by that one.
So you're a collector, or you buy and sell guns, or?
No, I'm a living historian for the Texas Rangers.
Oh, a living historian for the Texas Rangers.
So our group here, the Legends of the Texas Rangers, we present living history from 1823 to 1960. There's only 2 of us here today, but there's normally about 10 of us depending on where we're going. So each one of us takes a Ranger. So he's like 1890 to 1910. I'm 1870 to 1990. If the other guys was here, they would be like 1840 to 1860.
Are y'all Texas Rangers, or were, or you're employed? You're historians. It's your job.
Yeah.
But
Do
we
you-
are just a group of Texas Rangers here.
Yeah, these guys over here are Texas Rangers.
For real.
For real. Yeah.
How are y'all today? If you don't mind, I'm live streaming on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure nobody, the guests in my live stream, have never met a real Texas Ranger. Do you mind if I introduce you, or you talk a little bit about what y'all do? I mean, Texas Rangers is very different than the DPS, the Highway Patrol, and very different from the local sheriff. You're statewide law enforcement, right?
That's correct. So we're a division. We're a division of the Texas Department of Public Safety.
I see.
We conduct criminal investigations primarily, and so we help local law enforcement agencies all throughout the state in whatever type offenses that they determine that they need.
So I know, I get this from TV, so that don't mean it's true.
Right.
But crimes have to rise to a certain level, and they call in the Texas Rangers. Usually, like if somebody didn't show up for a traffic ticket, you're not going to be involved in that. But if it's a murder and the local sheriff's having a lot of problems trying to solve that, he might call and request assistance from you guys.
That's generally true, but we don't have a criteria or anything like that where a sheriff or a police chief can't call us.
Right.
Just a lot of times they choose to call on the more serious offenses, and so that's when we'll come and help them, maybe with a homicide or a robbery or something like that.
Yeah. How many Texas Rangers are there today?
Right now there's 192, and we just increased to that number. So it's only been a short time that we've been actually over 100 in the state. So just about the last 20 years.
Have y'all kind of been shorthanded in the past?
Of
a lot of
course.
things going on.
Of course. And then, Texas is a good place to live and work. And so a lot of people are moving here. So
Yeah.
we have to increase as population increases.
Very nice. Well, I'll tell you what, speaking for myself, but most of the people that I would know, we greatly appreciate people like you and what you do. You put your life on the line kind of every day. You never know what's going to happen, right? And I think that's really a heroic thing to do. So
Well,
thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a
Yes,
great
sir.
job, great career, and it really means a lot when we have the support of the community. So thank you.
You do. So I appreciate it very much. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
Yep. All right. You just never know. We just had a nice visit with a Texas Ranger. Look, I bet he could draw that pistol quick. That's why it's hanging that way to get it out easy. Yeah. All right. I know all the gunfighters. They had different. Some of them had the cross draw, and all the different stuff. Very cool. Thank you for being here.
Oh, you bet.
You got one like this that came out.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you for your help very much. Here's our host, our guide. I'm just going to walk down to the other end to the chili thing, but I don't need
You don't need
what do you
help
call
with
it?
that.
What do you call it? What are you a host? What do you call it? Like when you do a tour guide.
Tour guide,
Yeah.
We've been
So
doing this.
I thank you for taking your time. I know I
You're
tied you up for more than an hour, but
Yeah,
Facebook page.
making new friends, so we're both local.
yeah, it was interesting and fun. So thanks a lot.
And we were doing different time
Doug is the best kind of people right there. I just met him 2 days ago. Yep. And he volunteered, or he sort of I don't know, you volunteered.
Yeah,
And you said
yeah.
you would be glad to.
Yeah, I'm first on the list now for extra tour guides.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Doug.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, everybody.
They have a real range badge.
Let's go look around. This is Paul, and he's playing the role. Can you tell us why is it called Texas Ranger Day? How did that get started?
It got started because he is a famous Texas Ranger and a town member, and part of a wall in Waco in the museum is dedicated to him.
What was his name?
Leander McNelly.
Leander McNelly, and he's buried near here, I understand.
Yes, he's buried, and he has his own monolith that was given to him by Captain King of the King Ranch, because he would save the cattle that was being rustled. That was one of his things he did. He worked for the Confederacy for the war between the states. He got his commission as captain there, as a special forces.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a deal. It was a trick. Okay, outside of Monroe, Louisiana, which is Monroe now, it wasn't then.
Yeah.
There were a group of Union soldiers, like 800 of them. Okay, the special forces, McNelly had 40 people and a couple of cannons or a couple of chuck wagons. Okay, so there weren't that many against the other force. At night, there was a wooden bridge. They kept going back and forth to make it sound like the Confederacy had a lot of soldiers.
Oh, he faked him out.
Okay.
Uh-oh. The judge is about to lay down the law. All right. He's got duty to do. All right. Thank you, Paul. She's about to get arrested and tried. Oh, my goodness. She's going to jail. Oh, no. Are you going to bail her out?
Maybe.
Maybe. He said he might bail you out later. He's going to go check some things out first. What did you do wrong? Are you innocent or guilty?
I'm innocent, of course.
You have the right to remain silent,
I do. But
See, that's your.
I think that's my problem.
Oh, you failed to use your right to remain silent. Well, we live and we learn, right?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you.
Okay, bring the young lady and her warrant.
She seems like a really nice young lady. I would like to be a character witness.
Hey, I'll be the judge.
Oh, he'll be the judge of that. I better get out of here before I wind up in the
You
hoosgow.
might end up in jail too.
Yeah, I don't want to wind up in the hoosgow. All right. Well, you know what? That was some pretty cool stuff. I don't think I'm going to go talk to vendors. I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes, and that's enough. And this has been fun. I want to say I appreciate all of y'all for coming in. I had a good time, and I hope you did too. When I live stream, I try to have something going on Oh, look, there. Hang on. We may not be done. Hang on. I was hoping I could catch the wagon. We could go on a wagon ride. That is Sunday and Sadie. They're sisters. The two mules are sisters. I met them when I first got here. God, there's no way I can catch up to them. We're going to try. There's no way. I'm not fast enough. They're going to turn left right there. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to see if we can catch the wagon. We're not going to make it. There's no way we're not going to make it. Ah! Maybe I can wave him down. I don't know if you have to get on at a certain place. If I was faster, we'd have made it. He didn't see me. I tried to wave. Howdy. Hey, will he let me get on? They can't hear me. We're chasing a wagon. Stop! Stop! Oh my goodness, my legs are on fire. Any of you that watch my channel regularly know that I only have about, well, I used to say only 40% of normal blood flow to my legs, but that's not true. That's up to about 65 due to the things that I've done to build new collateral arteries in my legs. We're gonna catch that wagon. I'm determined now. Run, Forrest, that's right. Only I gave up running a few years ago. We're losing ground, folks. We're losing ground. Error. Oh, help me. I hope he's there. He stopped. All right. We're going to get on. Y'all want to go for a wagon ride or you want me to stop this? Hey, Chris. Chris is my buddy from Scotland. He's from Scotland and I understand about half the word he says. Stop! Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's turning around. Ah. 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 Hey, dude. I've been chasing you for half a mile.
It's just donations.
Okay. There's Bobby. I know that dude.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Bobby. So who we got here? Who's on the left?
On the left is Sadie. On the right is Sunday.
Sadie and Sunday. I'm going to go say hi to them, and then I want to get on, okay?
Yes, sir. Sounds
and I can rest a little bit. You made me work.
go.
I got my steps in, though.
I did not know you were back there.
I was hollering, but y'all couldn't hear me.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. What's your name?
Sterling Merriman.
This is Sterling, and he's the wagon master.
Yeah, with Half-Ass Wagon Company.
And on the Half-Ass Wagon Company, on the left is Sadie.
Yes, sir.
On the right is Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Again, welcome
Okay, y'all say hi.
to the 15th annual Texas Ranger Day in the house.
That's Sunday,
Along with your food ticket.
and that's
and
Sadie.
your People's Choice ticket.
And Sadie's itching. They're scratching each other. All right, they're sisters, and they're going to take us for a ride with Sterling. All right, here we go. We're going to go for a ride. See, we got stairs back here, which is pretty cool. Handy for an old guy who's wore out. Well, how you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good. Just trying to have a fun day.
Same here.
We are live streaming on YouTube.
Oh, perfect. Hi, YouTube.
Yeah. Got any words of wisdom for the folks out there?
Yeah, I used to do this. I've won like 8 years in a row. People's Choice, first place.
Chili
fajitas when it was fajita, the beginning days.
I got you.
And then I had my little surgery, and it's chilly, so I haven't got back into the groove of things. But yeah, I placed here many times.
So you're an expert plumber and an expert fajita cooker.
Maybe, yes. Plumber, yes.
Jack of all trades. Hey, Sterling, can I sit in that front seat?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go up here, y'all. Did you get to try any chili yet?
Yes, sir.
How was it?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right, I have never ridden around Burton, Texas quite like this before.
No? Okay.
How old are Sadie and Sunday?
5 and 7.
5 and 7. So they're sisters, but they're a couple of years apart. Do you think they enjoy this, or this is just what they do?
Well, you can't really. You can only make them do so much, so they got to enjoy it to be able to do it. Yes, sir.
When they get tired, do they just stop?
No, sir.
They ain't stubborn like a donkey.
No, sir. No, sir.
And a mule is a cross between a horse and a donkey, right?
Yes, sir.
And most mules can't reproduce, correct?
No, sir. It's very, very,
Very rare.
Very rare. Yes.
Yeah. So to get another mule, you got to cross a donkey and a horse again. Most of the time, the vast majority of the time. Are you from around here?
Yes, sir. I
Sterling?
was born and raised in Burton. Yes, sir.
Burton's a pretty cool place, and it's getting better all the time. There's a lot of really interesting things to do around here. And I guess you know that Christopher is remodeling and restoring, doing a lot of great work to the Brazos Bell.
Yes, sir.
That is so cool. I miss that place. The young man who's restoring that building over on the right, his dad was a great chef, like a true chef. And he was only open a couple of days a week there, at least for the last few years. His name was Andre, right?
Yes, sir.
And the food is just unbelievable. And I think it was probably about 3 years ago, he got cancer, and it took him pretty fast. And it's been closed since then. And it's there's the pink door on Main. I did a video with her yesterday. Lauren, the new owner. Anyway, soon the Brazos Bell, we hope, will be opening again as a different restaurant. We're not sure what. I think he may lease it, but that's yet to be determined. Hey, Richard. Nice to see you. I'm straight on YouTube, so I can. Richard Green. Yeah. All right. Richard, I think you're the Richard that I know. Yep, there we go. Got you smurfed up, dude. We're going for a wagon ride, and we're being pulled by Sadie and Sunday. Yeah, so that rigging, the rig right there, all the harnesses and stuff like that, Sterling?
Yes, sir.
Is that like you own that? Where do you go to buy? You don't go to Walmart and buy something like
No,
that.
sir. You can't go to Walmart. You got to order it 90% of the time. You get it from the Amish, handmade. You can order it from up north.
Are those like vintage or something like that, or is that you had custom made?
It's biothane. It's a newer style harness. It's not leather like it used to be. It's a newer model.
I see. But you found those available and bought these harnesses and everything, and you're training these mules.
Yes, yeah. The mules and harness are owned by another guy, and I'm just training them.
They don't like the vehicles, do they? Certain
No,
vehicles.
this is all good for them. All learning experience.
To stay calm and when the unexpected happens. Oh, you had a brake. So you're able to brake to keep from running the wagon into the back of the mules.
Well, the Britons are there for that also. That's what they do to hold, but it just keeps the weight off of them to make it easier for them.
I got you. Whoa, the Los Patrones smell. We're right beside the Mexican food restaurant here, Los Patrones, and it smells good. There's another shop back here, and that is the Blue Bonnet Boutique. Our wagon has the mirror. There's a wilderness area back here that's associated with the museum, the gin, all of this area, this stuff here. And where all these cars are parked, if you go down to the other end of that field, is the takeoff to a nature trail that you can walk. I did that on my birthday last year. I made a video about it. There was nobody around. I was by myself on my birthday, and it's a very short nature trail, but it's pretty cool. All right. Well,
Y'all be careful getting down.
Thank you, Sterling.
Yes, sir.
I would say, is it a half-ass
Half-ass
wagon?
wagon company.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. We
Thank
do
you for
weddings, funerals, private parties, birthday parties, all of the above.
Fantastic. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get out of here. I'm glad I ran you down, dude.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure. Just donations.
We're gonna go over here to Adam's Chili Cook-Off. It's Adam's Chili Cooking area. That's Adam in the pinkish shirt. I met him at the White Horse Tavern. Oh, look, we got Texas Rangers trying your chili. Your chili better be good, Adam. Texas Rangers eating it. All right. Hang on. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm going to end it. I appreciate you being here, and hope you had a good time. This is Todd. Treat other people the way that you want to be treated, and I hope you had fun, and I will see you next time, okay? Have a great, blessed, wonderful rest of your Saturday. I'm out.